What's up everybody, I'm Avatage and welcome to another quick little draft determination video for the HLTB Fantasy Critic League. We are heading into the 2026 season and we had a really good one for 2025 as we can see here. These are the results. Well done to R2D2 1999 for winning this year, finally tumbling Clumsy Penguin carryover champ for like 3 years in a row. But look at these scores. This is what I really wanted to just focus on at the beginning here. We had such a close run year and many people over 100. A few people down the end who maybe dropped off a little along the way, but that's fine. That's totally fine. For the top half though, we've got a huge amount of people who got over 100 when sometimes in the past we've only had like one or two. So congrats to everyone. Everyone's been making some really good picks, that sort of thing. If we have a quick look at R2D2's roster as well here, you can see solid 80s across the board. There's nothing in the 90s. There's 2 in the high 70s or mid 70s for the counter, so that, not too hard there on the -4. But even one that didn't release and a 78, but it just goes to show if you've got like solid 80s along the way, you can get to the top. So let's look at mine just as an example for a contrast, because mine as well, everything released. I was really proud of my year this year, just like I think a lot of other people did good jobs too. But 80s, I even had a 90 in there for Death Stranding 2, but I had a lot of low 70s as well, like a 73, 73, 78, a lot of low 80s, 81, 84, 84. So, just didn't quite kick it as high as R2's did. But that's why we can see there's that disparity. But we all of us at the top here in the top half did really well, I think. Like we all did pretty damn good. I'm really pleased to see so many people over 100. So anyway, as we head into 2026, let's check out that. This is our lineup for 2026. We've got 13 players. We've got a few new people. We'll look at those as we do the draft order selection. Because as you know, I like to do a little bit of a spin the wheel draft order selection. And just kind of make it a bit fun rather than I could just go in here and do set draft order and hit randomize and be done with it. But I'd kind of rather just do, have a bit of fun with it and spin some wheels, that sort of thing. Before I get started though, just a note on the draft, just to highlight the quote-unquote kind of rules that we do use. Because we're all in different time zones and that sort of thing, we try to accommodate people's differences and schedules and workloads and whatever that may or may not allow for draft picks to be made immediately as soon as it becomes your turn. However, with that said, we leave it a good 24 hours per turn. So you have a 24-hour window to make your pick when it is your turn. So do check back, at least check back once a day. If you're not in the Discord, check back as well. We do ping each other in the Discord, so you'll get an @. It's just a friendly reminder. It's not saying you have to do it right then and there, but if someone @s you in the Discord, that's just saying, hey, it's your turn. When you're ready, make your pick kind of thing. So, just keep that in mind, because that can be one of the sticking points for the draft, because we do it a little bit differently. A lot of other leagues just do it live with all their players because they tend to be in the same location. However, because we're all around the world, ours takes a little bit longer, and with that it does take a bit longer. Sometimes it has taken up to a couple of weeks for us to complete our draft, because when we've had lots of people and we've had lots of picks and people have had different schedules and time zones, that sort of thing. So all I ask, and the reason I say this right at the front here, is just be patient. Remember, this is for fun. The first couple of weeks is just getting everything in order, doing the draft and everything, and then the rest of the year we've got to muck around and change things and do stuff as we want. So this is just part of how our league works, and I kind of like it as well, because it gives us a little bit of something to pay attention to and a little bit of fun to have over the first couple of weeks of January. Now, having said that, usually it does get done a fair bit quicker, but always remember that everyone has that 24-hour window. So if you can imagine, everyone's got 24 hours for each of their 5 opening picks. So each of these people can potentially have 5 days to complete their draft. So, it can add up, but obviously it's not going to take that long, because, we're all paying attention and we're all trying to do our best. But, people have to work, people have to sleep, people have to do family stuff. So this is not meant to be a huge priority. Having said that though, if you do miss your pick, I will pick for you. Essentially, I come in here and I can come into here, and when the draft is up, I have the option to basically pick the next game for the player. ultimately, that means I will pick whatever is highest on the, whatever's got the highest hype on the site is the one that I will do. So if I was going to go to my watch list here and look at top available games, so the one with the highest hype at the moment is Resident Evil Requiem. If I was coming in here to pick a game for someone, that's the one I'd pick for them. Because when I come in to do, I'm basically acting as an auto draft in that sense. So yeah, you've got your 24 hours to make a pick. If you don't make a pick, I'll come in and do this for you. Ultimately, you won't get shafted too much because you will get the highest hype. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a good pick, because for instance, some of these games may not come out as well, but they are the most hyped. So yeah, it's kind of like a balancing thing if anyone does miss out. But anyway, I've crapped on long enough now. That's, a few minutes in. You get the idea. By all means, ask questions in the Discord, do that kind of thing. I've got my wheel here. I popped in everyone's publisher and their username. The one thing I am going to do that I haven't done in the past, but one thing I am going to do is I'm going to make sure that our first draft pick goes to someone who hasn't had a first draft pick before. So you can see I've got little stars and stuff on the side here. The ones with the stars on the side here, if you can read them, are people who have had first draft pick in the past. The little squiggly lines are for new players, so welcome new players, how you going? I'm just going to shuffle that around a little bit more just to kind of make it random and fair. And let's see if our first spin can get us a draft pick. Before I do that though, I'm just going to save this, just in case for some reason I need it in future, or I fuck it up or whatever, Okay, let's go. Let's do our first spin, see what happens. Hopefully we'll get someone who hasn't had a first pick before. Clumsy has, so we're going to redo that. We're going to mulligan that one. Okay, so we don't have to remove them. Okay, good. That's why I copied them before, because I wasn't sure if we had to remove them straight away. But let's see if we can get someone. Frozen Royce had one. Jay Keddy is a new player. So guess what, Jay Keddy? You've got first draft pick with Silent Partner Productions. Well done. Now, Jay Keddy, I couldn't find you by that username, so please let us know if you're in the Discord. Give us a shout out. If not, that's cool. Just keep an eye on the page and make sure you draft as you can. So well done, Jay Keddy. You've got the first draft pick, and welcome to the league. Let's see who can come in for second. Now, oh, it's me. Hey, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. That's me back again with Ubisoft. Yes, we all know who I am. No worries. Matt, Green Starfish. Nice. Another new player coming in for the third. Green Starfish. Everything under the Star Studios. Welcome, Green Starfish. Good to have you along. You've got the third pick. See who can have our fourth. R2D2, Carry Champ. Frozen Roy, long-time player, been playing since the first round, first season, first year, whatever. Frozen Frog Productions back again. Nice to see you back, Frozen Roy. Of course, pick 4 for you. Pick 5 goes to another new player. Fantastic. GC Tuber with Big Band Business LLC. Love the officialness of that title there, Tuber. So that was 5th, I believe. Now we got 6th. No, Dragon H, another fantastic long-term player. I mean, most of these players have been playing for a long time as well, so it's good to see some new people in. Dragon H with Noise Labs, fantastic. I think that's number 6 or number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 7 for you there. Yeah, cool. Number 8 then. R2D2 coming in from a champion win in 2025 with Nokia Engage 2. The comeback. Hell yeah. Well done, R2. See if you can carry over your championship just like Clumsy Penguin did for so many years. Speaking of, no, we're heading back to Matt. I believe, Matt, you're in the first one too, weren't you? I mean, I probably can't remember who was in the first round anyway. But Matt's back this time with Tetramino Tickler Inc. Not sure I want to know what that's about, but that's okay. You can tell me in private one day. Caffrel, long-term player as well. Caffrel's been around forever. Points Projected Productions. I spelled that wrong. My mistake, Caffrel. Sorry about that. You are now perfected, at least in this video. Now remember, for those at the bottom of the draft order here, it's not a death sentence. We've had people at the bottom of the order do really, really well because ultimately you get double prizes. Emo-esque, thanks for coming back as well. Possum Publishing, good to see you back. So if you're at the bottom here, basically, yes, you're at the bottom of the first draft order, but you're at the top of the second pick. So you get, it's a little bit of a payoff, as you might have seen in previous years. Naub, again, pleasure to have you back. Now, Naub, I want to know if you're doing an AI generated draft just to see how well it goes, personally. So, if you're actually asking ChatGPT to draft for you, tell us, at least tell us after the fact so that we can, see how well it goes for you. Little Lum, again, new player. Welcome, Little Lum, with Tubby Tooth Studios. Best of luck to you. Don't be worried that you're at the bottom here. Like I say, because in the first draft you'll be at the bottom, but in the second pick you'll be you'll be the second one to pick, because of course our final result here, as we spin the wheel one last time, goes to Clumsy Penguin. Again, Clumsy, you know how it works. You're at the bottom, but that's not necessarily going to stop you, I think. So Marvelous Macaronis, let's see how you can do in 2026. So, did this sort it as... No, why do we have two Clumsies? Oh, because of that first time that we redid it because of the thing. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't 8 or 9. Okay, so if we ignore the top Clumsy, we've got J Caddy in number 1, me in number 2, Green Starfish number 3, Frozen Roy for 4, GC Tuber for 5, Dragon H 89 in 6th, R2D2 999 in 7th, Matt in 8th, Catherall 9th, Emo-esque 10th, Naub, you're in 11th, Little Lum in 12th, and rounding up with number 13 is Clumsy Penguin with Marvelous Macaronis. So as I say, it's a snake draft, so it means we'll do 5 picks. So we start off at the top here and we work our way down for the first round, for the first pick. But then for the second pick, we start at the bottom. So Clumsy Penguin gets the last pick of the first round and the first pick of the second round. And then it heads back up again. And then Jake Heddy gets the last pick of the second round and the first pick of the third round, and it goes back down again. So, it's as fair as it can be, put it that way, because we've got to pick in order at some point. So I'm just going to copy this out and do a little transition, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so the draft order has been set. As you can see here, I have manually entered it in the way that it came out with the wheel. We've got Jake Eddy, me, Green Starfish, Frozen Roy, GC Tuber, Well, I just went through it. But it has been a few minutes because I did manually put this together. So as you can see, as we scroll down, this is our 2026 league. Good number of players. Thanks for coming along. Enjoy. Hope everyone enjoys it. I'm going to hit start drafting. I'm going to get rid of this manager's message. We don't need that anymore. Start drafting. Warning, once you start drafting, you can no longer add or remove players. Let's go. We can see with this green little highlight here that Jake Eddy, it's your go. So the clock is ticking. I don't want that to sound ominous because it's not. I'll do some posts now and I'll edit this video and I'll get this up. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy the year. Have a great time. Always remember you can ask questions either in the forum or in the Discord. Discord is preferable if you use Discord because people can respond to it quicker. If I don't get to it, I'm sure plenty of other people who've been playing since the beginning will be able to help you out as well. If you do have any questions, because we've got some new people, all that kind of thing. So by all means, always ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. It's better you know so that you can have fun and join in than you don't know and you just kind of drop out and never come back. So always ask the questions, always have fun. Good luck. I'm really keen to see which games top the list this year. What will be the new Silk song is the thing on everybody's lips. Maybe GTA 6, who knows. But Anyway, best of luck to everybody. Have a great year. And yeah, thanks for playing.